our time. We do it by embracing freedom and liberty. There may be no such thing as a free lunch, but this hour is as close as it gets. Welcome to A Free Solution.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Larry Sharp here on A Free Solution here in Rochester, WYSL and WACK in Newark, New York. You can reach out to me if you want to chat. And there's a couple little things going on that you may want to talk about. 585-346-3000. Well, I know some of you are happy or excited. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. You might not want to be that yet, but you might want to be. For those of you who haven't figured it out yet or haven't watched TV, or maybe don't live in New York and don't care, our Lord and Master, His Majesty, King Andrew Cuomo II, had a bad morning. That's what I would say. He had a bad morning. His morning began probably normal, as it always does. Berating people, scolding people, spitting on peasants, probably things like that. You know, his normal morning is probably how he started. Probably slapped a couple people in the back of the head, that kind of thing. Yelled at some women, that kind of stuff. But then, all of a sudden, there was a press conference, and he was not the center. Yeah, he doesn't like those. He was kind of the center, meaning he was the subject, but he wasn't the person who was doing the talking. People were talking about him. It looks like 11 women have been harassed by him. Quote, unwanted kisses, unwanted hugging, unwanted touching, and a picture of a hostile workplace. That is what Letitia James and her team came up with. They said that. Now, there's something else they came up with. And here's the hardest part for everyone to hear. Now, get your tissues out. The governor, our king, is lonely. Yes, they come up with that. He's lonely. Stop crying, John. I know, it's fine. I know where you are. You're crying now. Oh, I told you to get tissues, and you didn't get tissues. But that's what he said. That's what people told him. I told investigators. He's lonely. Doesn't have friends. So when I'm lonely and don't have friends, I can like grab women. I guess that's the rules when you're king. I'm lonely. Let's grab some women. Now, am I sitting here gleeful? I'm not. And you might say, why not, Larry? You hate him. I do. I have made that clear. Yes, that's true. And I wanted, and I didn't say much about this because I said, and I hope you see, I said I wanted, a full investigation. I wanted due process. So I was quiet. I didn't say anything about that, except let it go. Well, now it's out. So I've done my bit. And now the details are out. So I'm going to do a little bit of glee, a little bit. And the only little bit part is, man, I told you so. I told New York 4 years ago who this guy was. If you've watched my Sharp Way show, and for those of you who own listen to the radio, you can follow me also on the Sharp Way. I do a Tuesdays with Andy bit almost every Tuesday, and I'll be doing it tonight. You can guarantee that. And I say all the time things like, the guy has no friends. Yeah, I could see by who he is. The guy is a mean tyrant. He's a petty tyrant. I've been saying this for years. And people are like, well, how do you know? I can see it. I see this actions. So I do for a living. I see this stuff. Well, now it's true. I said he was vindictive and mean. I said that more than once. Now it's true. So everything I said about this man 4 years ago was 100% true. But there's something I said earlier this year and last year also. He's not done. I know people like, yeah, he's finished. I don't think so. I think he's still not done. I think he is a monster with a machine. That doesn't go down. That stays running until you knock it down. I don't see him being finished yet. So while I have a little bit of glee on being right, I'm still not sure he's going down. I'm still saying he's not finished yet, but I have a different spin on this that is not gleeful at all. Imagine if you're a young woman in this world trying your best to make a change in your life. You want to do the right thing, and you think, I'm going to get in government to do the right thing. You believe this. You're young, you're naive like we all were. Some of us still are, but you felt it. I'm going to go in, and I'm going to work for the governor who's a good man, as my mom told me. Clearly a lie or just naive, but you believed it. And even if I'm not, even if he isn't a good man, he wants the right stuff so I can make a difference. So I'm going to work hard. And what do you get for that as a young woman in New York State trying to do the right thing? And don't get me wrong, are there some bad women who go into government? I'm sure there are some. I mean, you can probably find one. But the vast, vast majority are going to be young women who want to do the right thing, who want to make the right change, who are working hard, going to class, going to school, fixing stuff, doing stuff on the side, internships. They're busting their rump. They get there and they get judged by His Majesty on their looks. That also was clear from the report. He judged them by whether they were physically pleasant. Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody likes good-looking people. I get that. I like good-looking people too. But I don't judge your work ethic by that, right? If we're going to go dating or hang out, I might judge you by your looks. Everybody likes good-looking people. That's common. I'm not mad at the governor for that. I'm mad because he decided to judge these women who wanted to do the right thing, who busted their rump, and he judged them by how hot he thought they were. How do you feel as not just those women, which is terrible, and they had a horrible, they got PTSD now, but then how do the women coming up now think, do I have a shot at this? Or do I still just have to be looked at by a man as hot? Is that all that matters? And again, not against women trying to look hot. If you want to look hot, look hot. Good on you. But that's not how you should be judged. And they were. And it's open. And this isn't 1955, right? 1965, 75. No. 2021, with a party, the Democratic Party, that supposedly cares about women. That's what they say. They're supposed to. Isn't that what they say? And this is one of the top guys. Remember Cuomo for president? Remember that? This is the guy. This is the worst part. This is the part that I feel really bad about. Whatever happens to Cuomo, good or bad, is going to happen to him. In the long run, he's going to wind up being fine in the long run. He's not going to be starving in the street, selling pencils with a cup. He's not going to be doing that. But some of those women aren't going to recover. Right? Some of those women aren't going to recover. And many are going to struggle to recover. Because now they're going to become the Monica Lewinsky of New York. And she had a long recovery because of this. And it wasn't her fault either. And the other part, are we now going to have a bunch of talented, savvy women who are going to say, I'm not going in there. I'm not doing that. I'm doing that? No way. So now when we need a reboot more than ever. Are we going to have women now go, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to become Cuomo's bimbo. I'm not doing that. Is that going to happen? I hope no. I hope no. So while there is some glee, there is. I wish there wasn't, but there is. I'm just being honest. At the same time, it's not over. Please don't think it is. And think of the damage done to these women who were affected directly, those who were around, who saw it, and his retaliation, and then even worse, meaning for our future, not for those specific women, is how many women may not come in now? Are we going to lose talent now because of that when we need it most? I'll answer those questions. And I'll tell you what I think Cuomo's going to do, plus your calls and your comments. Larry Sharp, a free solution, 585-346-3000. Back after the break.
Can't I get you to sing just a few bars of Empire State of Mind?
Oh, that's a campaign killer.
All right, fine. We're going to go to the end of the debate.
Unless you come to the shower.
All right, we're done.
Your business relies on computers and technology to operate. Slow, unreliable networks and servers can cause unplanned downtime and affect your bottom line. The experts at Simple Tech Innovations are here to help. Their preventative maintenance program ensures that your computers and network are kept up to date and monitored for any issues, keeping your business running smoothly. They also help clients achieve HIPAA, PCI, and New York State cybersecurity compliance to keep your network safe and secure. Whatever your business IT needs are, Simple Tech Innovations should be your first call. They've won the best in Rochester 8 years in a row and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Call them today for a free consultation at 585-200-3182. That's 585-200-3182. Simple Tech Innovations.
The Finger Lakes Castle team is in its 7th decade of factory direct service to the service professional. From cleaning the ins and outs of your vehicle to keeping you on the road, Castle's got you covered. Castle makes streak-proof glass cleaner, FDA-registered sanitizers, and EPA-registered hospital-grade disinfectants. Remember, when you need to keep it clean, use what the pros use. Castle, accept no substitutes.
Castle keeps it clean.
A message from the National Police Association. It used to
So
be that
each
any
break coming back, I'll play a
person would
Cuomo
offer to
clip,
assist
just a
a
heads
police
up.
officer in danger. Now,
You're
passersby
welcome.
are more likely to take a video. There's a better use for your phone when an officer's in trouble. Call 911. Tell the operator where you are and what you see. Then start your video to provide evidence later. To learn more about how you can assist law enforcement, visit nationalpolice.org. That's nationalpolice.org.
Why do businesses choose to move their website from Wix and Squarespace to Simple Tech Innovations? Maybe it's their excellent customer service or attention to detail. Maybe it's their ability to give a truly customized solution. Or perhaps they just like the fact that Simple Tech is a local small business that builds great relationships with its clients. Whatever the reason may be, you can rest assured knowing that the local team at Simple Tech has your best interest in mind when building or updating your website. They're hands-on and love helping customers achieve their goals. But don't take my word for it. They've won the best in Rochester 8 years in a row and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. If your website doesn't match your dreams or isn't achieving your goals, give the professionals at Simple Tech Innovations a call today for a consultation at 585-200-3182. That's 585-200-3182. Simple Tech Innovations.
A free solution.
COVID did not get into the nursing homes by people coming from hospitals. COVID got into the nursing homes by staff walking into the nursing home.
See that? Not his fault. Never his fault. Larry Sharp here on A Free Solution, WYSL, Rochester, New York, and WACK in Newark, New York. That's the cool Newark. Sorry, Jersey. Give me a buzz, 585-346-3000. And by the way, I'm also hosting a Sharp Way show. You can watch that almost every night at 7 p.m., sometimes 8, but in the evenings you can watch it. Check it out on sharpway.com or the Sharp Way on all the interwebs. You can check that out if you like. Before the break, I was talking about the bit of glee that I have and the sorrow and then the future. The glee was that I was right, which is a little bit petty, I know, but I'm just being forward. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little petty here. I am. And then second was some of the regret, the real pain that some people, particularly women, have felt. And then on top of that, the future of what women will feel. And then those around, right? Even though not every woman was directly harassed, how do you feel if you're in that environment, right? Knowing that, are you hot enough for the king or not? Or any of those things. Or you can't say no to him without him yelling at you. Any of those things. And they're all tough. But what you're finding now is his next steps, in my view, and I've been right so far, will be a bogus apology. Everyone's misunderstood. Distraction until the election. And he will hope this blows over. That's what I think. Meanwhile, his minions will start a concentrated attack on Letitia James, our AG, to ensure that by the time she runs, if she runs, that they painted her as the most evil thing on the planet. That's my gut. I could be wrong. Let me grab a couple of comments if I can. John asks, Larry, prediction on King Andrew's resignation. I'm saying 72 hours. That's what John says. I'm saying never. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying never. I'm saying he fights until literally they impeach him, if they impeach him. I mean, they impeach him, they're going to have to remove him. Like, I think he fights. I do not think he goes down at all. That's my gut. I don't see him walking away. I don't see him walking away in disgrace. I think he wants to fight this battle to the absolute end and then say how he was vindicated by the electorate. I think that's what he will say if he wins this damn thing. He will say he was vindicated by the electorate. That's what I think. So Eric responds, when's homeboy going down? I do call him homeboy. We are both from Queens. So I do call him homeboy. It's true, I do. If, and this is a big if the assembly actually thinks they can remove him, if they believe that, they'll impeach him. If they don't believe it, they'll say something and act like they're doing something and do nothing. And, censor him or something. We'll teach you a lesson. Here's a stern word. I don't teach you. So they'll only move if they think they can actually get rid of him. That's the issue. So John then says, is Mario's son playing good to be the king today? Yeah, no. I don't think he has. So Landman John says, an exhausting investigation and yet no charges pressed. Let me touch that piece. Letitia James and her crew literally said, their words, this was not a criminal investigation. This was a civil investigation. And when the press pushed them and said, well, okay, where are the charges? Who are you going to ask? Who's going to pick this up? What's going on here? And she went, our job is done. Yeah, it's the Mueller report. Our job is done. So Mueller said, here's some data. Bye. And they went, here's some data. Bye. Good luck with that. We don't want to touch this. We don't want to try to fight the monster. We're not going to go up against him. He's already mad at us for putting this out. We don't want his wrath. Did you read the report? The guy retaliates. He'll beat us up. He'll destroy us. I don't want to go. I've done enough. Read the report. You'll see why. I'm a woman. He's going to harass me or something. So they don't want to touch it. So I think your question, I should say, John, is a valid one. No charges? Will there be several lawsuits? Maybe. But if you notice what he did earlier on, and it was brilliant what Cuomo did, He said, no, the attack, the investigation and the review is against the executive branch, which is government. So the government pays for it. So if there are lawsuits, our taxpayer money will pay his legal fees. He's already said that. He was open. Yeah, you're going to pay. You my peasants. You pay for the king. I'm the king. I don't pay for this. You guys do. So he's going to make us pay for it. So all those civil lawsuits, yeah, we're going to pay for it. That's going to be us. He's going to be like, thanks. He's going to be, thanks for the 20 million you put in my campaign account, guys. Pay my bills. I'm going to buy some ads against this is James. Or maybe I'll write another book or something. That's what he's going to do. Yes. Pete says the king is lonely. It's lonely on the top. Well, to be forward, that's actually true. I mean, to be forward, a lot of entrepreneurs and leaders do feel lonely. That's accurate. But what's that old saying in, is it DC saying? If you want a friend, buy a dog. Is that what it is? I mean, and we see during COVID, lots of people bought dogs. He probably should have bought a dog. But the problem is, dogs don't like him. That's the problem. He's not likable. He's lonely because he's not likable. When you're a jerk, people tend to not like you. It's kind of how that works. It's not a 100% rule. Sometimes people like jerks, and sometimes people are lonely for other reasons. But in this case, oh no, he's a jerk. That's why people don't like him. And if you've watched my Tuesdays with Andy segments, I say it all the time. When he says, my friends tell me, my people tell me. Every time he says that, I say, stop lying. You don't have any friends. No one's telling you this. You're making this up in your head. These are your imaginary friends. I've said that more than once. And it looks like I was right there too. I know he doesn't have any friends. He's not a nice guy. He has sycophants, lots of them, but no friends. Of course not. His daughters don't even like him. I mean, that's sad. Your daughters don't even like you. Like, nobody likes you. So, yeah. Anyway, Sam says, the same people that think forcing unwanted kisses is a crime can't fathom that forcibly injecting a vaccine to people is also a crime. Ooh, he's bringing up the vaccine piece. Let me talk that piece right now. Let me bring up the vaccine piece here and all those things. This is my part that I meant with distraction, right? Why did I put those two things together? Why did I put him maybe going down along with the vaccines and the mask mandates and stuff like that? Let me tell you why. Because his next step is going to be distraction. You can't get rid of me. I'm saving you from COVID. You can't get rid of me. I'm the one who was here and got you through all the pain. You can't get rid of me. I have all the answers. So yeah, Elizabeth is mad. She says, hello, Larry Sharp. De Blasio just mandated shots into private businesses. You have been silent, pro-vax. You boasted of vaxxing your kids. And you're talking about Cuomo sex scandal, Libertarian Party is officially dead. Elizabeth, stop. Just stop that trash. You are clearly being silly and or one or the other, selfish. One of those two or both. Stop. No one has talked more about ending mandates than me for years. So am I anti-vax? No. And it doesn't matter. I support your right to not vax your kids or yourself because to what Sam just said, you own your body. Yes, I have vaccinated my kids, not against COVID, because that's kind of stupid to be forward. In my view, I wouldn't vaccinate my kids against COVID. COVID doesn't affect kids hardly at all. But did I vaccinate my kids against things like measles and smallpox? Yes. Does that mean that you need to? No. Libertarian Party is alive and well because Libertarian Party says if you want to vaccinate your kids, vaccinate them. If you don't, don't. If you want to vaccinate yourself, go ahead. If you don't, don't. So we are alive. You are trying to force your views on others because you're anti-vax. And I'm not mad at you for being anti-vax. I'm upset with you for thinking that everyone else has to be. They don't have to be. And I think I've been silent. Elizabeth, you're not paying attention. If you were paying attention, you would know I have been anything but silent. Anything but silent. Mandates in shots, mandates in masks, mandates, period. That's like my thing. like the anti-mandate guy. That's like my thing. So good luck with that, but pay attention. You will see that I am actually there. But Sam, you brought up a good point. We are going to be talking about things like masks, mandates, vaccines, everything other than this. Sorry, and then distraction. You said it happened. Am I right? Tell me. 585-346-3000, or send me a comment on YouTube. Follow me on A Free Solution. Larry Sharp, WYSL. Back after the break.
Tends to be a little more conservative in upstate New York, and I think they don't know me as well.
Slow, unreliable networks and servers can cause unplanned downtime and affect your bottom line. The experts at Simple Tech Innovations are here to help. Their preventative maintenance program ensures that your computers and network are kept up to date and monitored for any issues, keeping your business running smoothly. They also help clients achieve HIPAA, PCI, and New York State cybersecurity compliance to keep your network safe and secure. Whatever your business IT needs are, Simple Tech Innovations should be your first call. They've won the Best in Rochester 8 years in a row and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Call them today for a free consultation at 585-200-3182. That's 585-200-3182. Simple Tech Innovations.
This is Vinny Dallo, founder of Cabin Financial. I want to ask you a question. How's your health? In today's environment, personal health is a top priority. I'll be more specific. How's your financial health? We all know the importance of getting a checkup, but when was your last financial checkup? If it's been a while, or you want to make sure that you're on track financially, then you should schedule a financial checkup. That's why you should call Cap'n Financial. We specialize in taking a look at your financial situation and work together to get you on the best track and in the best health of your financial life. Find us online at capnfinancial.com or call today, 585-248-6769.
Vinny Dallo is a financial advisor offering investment advisory and services through Eagle Strategies, LLC, a registered investment advisor, member FINRA SIPC, Cap'n Financial, its employees, nor NILIFE Securities, LLC, or its representatives or affiliates provide tax, legal, and accounting advice. Please consult your own tax, legal, or accounting professional before making any decisions.
Inside the Taylor Laboratories.
Hey, Tony, what you doing?
A little experiment, Zach. Look what I have under the microscope.
Ugh, what's that?
A sample of indoor air.
How can it be that dirty? Don't AC and furnace filters help?
Only with dust, Zach. But when Taylor installs a whole house APCO air purifier to detox the air, odors, chemicals, mold, bacteria, and viruses are removed.
For clean indoor air.
Yep. Ain't science awesome?
Taylor, 500 help.
Open Door is a great place because it helps you with your whole self. It's not just about the addiction. For me, it's been just getting in touch with that little boy who never really grew up. I don't feel like I have to save him anymore. I can just let him live. I don't have to be afraid. And I can't think of anywhere else I would want to be to do that. It's safe, it's challenging, but it works.
Go to opendoormission.com.
Car crash, Pasolino.
After a car crash, choosing the right law firm can be the biggest decision you ever make. I'm Ross Salino. I've won countless car injury cases, and I'm ready to fight for you too.
Car crash, Pasolino. Salino, Pasolino. 888-2020.
Main Street, Rochester.
Summer's at its best at Stokey Farm Sunflower Experience. Come and enjoy a sea of blooms from the palest of yellow to the deepest of reds. Get your camera ready for magical Instagram-worthy images that will stun your friends. Animals, activities, hay rides, and more. Stop out on one of the twilight nights for live music and support some of Rochester's favorite food trucks with a picnic dinner. Sunflowers at Stokey Farms begins August 6th, but it won't last. StokeyFarms.com for dates and details.
Shanks Enterprise in Lima is your full-service residential and commercial waste hauler, and we've been serving the needs of residents of Livingston County dependably for generations. In this business, operators come and go, but Shanks Enterprise will be around serving your needs and keeping in mind the interests of our community. For reliable, clean refuse collection at the most competitive prices around, call Shanks Enterprise. Whether you live in Avon, Geneseo, Lima, Livonia, or Honeoye, Shanks Enterprise is the choice of area residents for generations. Call Shanks Enterprise in Lima, 582-2120.
Hey, it's Nick
And Nicole.
from Colby's Ice Cream and Bake Shop in Rush. Nicole, did you hear about Colby's new offerings?
No, what are they?
Colby's is now offering dairy-free soft serve in addition to their amazing frozen custard. And now they're offering Andy's candies.
Andy's candies? I love those.
Take a drive out
You're
to
welcome.
Colby's in Rush, corner of Route 251 and 15, or exit 11, 390 South. Colby's.
Eat in, take out.
A free solution.
You don't wear a mask for yourself. You wear a mask to protect me. I wear a mask to protect you. You could literally kill someone because you didn't want to wear a mask.
Look at you, killing people because you don't want to wear a mask. See how good he is? He cares. He's protecting you. I don't know why you're so mad, Joe. He's protecting you. Larry Sharp here on A Free Solution. And the best part about this show, of all the cool things, it's on every single day during the week. Noon here on WYSL Rochester, New York, and 6 p.m. WACK Newark, New York. Oh my God, what a win. How do you find out? Follow us on Facebook or follow us on YouTube, A Free Solution. We got cool people here. We got Kevin Wilson on here and the super cool Tim O'Connor here. And still bugging, trying my best to get Andrew Hauser to get his butt back on the show. So we get some cool people on the show every single day, WYSL, noon. But more importantly, what I think is super important is what His Majesty is doing now. He brought up wear the mask for you, mask for me, all that stuff. When he starts putting the masks on, which is what we're doing now, that's showing solidarity. You might say, Larry, come on. Is that really solidarity? Literally, one of my council people here in New York City said exactly that. We should be wearing our masks for solidarity. That's what he said. He didn't say because it works or it doesn't work or to save you or to save me. He said solidarity. So show me that you're part of the team and put your mask on. You can guarantee there's going to be more mask mandates now because he needs, Our Majesty, that is, he needs more and more solidarity. You can see that happening right now. I think he's going to double and triple down on all of this stuff, all of it. Now, where is he going with this? I'm going to touch the vaccine issue if I could. And to be clear, I am not anti-vax. I'm proudly not anti-vax. I'm anti-mandate. You should be able to do what you want with your body. Sam is correct, and I agree. So to keep that in mind, the governor can't mandate it yet either. He knows he can't do that. So what is he doing? He is literally encouraging every private business to do so. Now, you might say to yourself, well, Larry, is that really illegal? Well, if he's just saying, it's my opinion, it's a little unethical, I think. I mean, others would disagree with me, in that he's trying to use the bully pulpit to force businesses to bully business into doing stuff. You could argue unethical. You could, but it's not illegal. He can tell businesses, hey, I think you should do. But here's the problem. He's not saying, hey, this business over there, I have an opinion based upon who your people are. You should, have a vaccine mandate. He's not saying that. He's actually trying to get every single large or important gathering place and every small business to not allow you to go to work or go service them or take their services or product without proving you're vaccinated by using the New York State Excelsior Pass, the vaccine passport. That's what he's trying to do. That's unethical. Why? Because what he's saying is the government can't do it. So I'm just going to use private companies to enforce my will. That's what he's actually doing. I'm just going to use private companies to enforce my will. And next thing he's going to do is start punishing those companies that don't do it. That's how he gets around the law. He does it all the time. He gets around passing a law constantly. He's going to do it again. And when the numbers go down, he's going to say, see, I saved you. So I grabbed a couple of women. I saved all these lives. Look. And those women, it's all politics. They just want Letitia James to be governor. It's all politics. He's already started that. He started that months ago. And I told you about that, didn't I? I told you how he brought up the Letitia James piece. And watch in the next month or so, as the crime rate keeps going up, watch him blame Letitia James. He's going to blame her. It's her fault. She's the reason because he put her in charge and it's not getting better. So it's her fault. You're going to watch him begin to blame her, doubt all the women, but he won't doubt the women. The people around him will start doubting all the women. Won't be him. And he'll find like 4 people that go, oh, Cuomo always sticks his tongue down my throat to say hi. That's the norm. You know, where I'm from, you know, we grab each other's bosoms when we say hi. That's what we do. He was following what I asked him to do. That other person, she begged him to grab her butt. She was begging him. That stuff's gonna start coming out too. You'll see all of a sudden that's how it works. You realize, wow, I didn't realize when people greet each other, they start grabbing genitalia. I had no idea. That's how that works. That's what'll start happening. And the people who want to support him, you will watch them twist into pretzels and to try to figure out how to defend him. Twist into a pretzel. Well, you see, with the logic of this and that and the other thing and some other stuff I just made up. And then there'll be those who will just be straightforward right to your face. And will just say this. He's not a Republican. Yes. He'll defend it against Republicans. There'll be Democrats who will literally not care what else he's done. They will just say, we hate Republicans. So at least he's not that. And they'll compare him to Trump because, you know, all of this is Trump's fault. You do know this, right? I mean, that, I don't know how he pins the harassment stuff on that. If there's a way, he'll figure that one out. But he's already, just literally his press conference yesterday, he brought up Trump again. That's why the COVID and the Delta variant, that's all Trump's fault. So I'm sure he'll somehow figure out how the harassment is Trump's fault too. This one I haven't figured out yet, but his people are hard at work right now figuring that one out, right? How do we blame me grabbing people's butts on Trump? We'll find a way. But somehow Trump made him do it. I'm sure that's true. So he will find a way. This is not over. So let me grab a couple more comments if I could. You guys are going crazy in the chat. I appreciate it tremendously. I really do. I like that you guys are paying attention and that you keep walking down this road. So Jonathan agrees with me. He says, ha, Cuomo resign. You're assuming the man has some sense of shame. Yeah, that would be a mistake, Jonathan. If they actually think that, yeah, that would be a mistake. Nate says, $5 says Cuomo will somehow play the victim card. Somehow. Nothing bad could be his fault. Nate, you've hit it right. Yes. This is why you'll see 2 things popped up already. Letitia James understands a bit of the monster she's up against. And she's given herself 2 outs, which is making Mr. Dayton very unhappy. He is not happy about it. He's not happy about this. But she's given herself 2 outs. And she said, it's up to the voters. That's an assumption that he's not being removed or resigning. She figured that out already. She's like, he's not going anywhere. So yeah, he's going to come out with the victim card. So that's the first step. And the second thing that she said is the report talks about how lonely he is. I'm not joking. That's in the report. How lonely he is. He's a lonely man. He was working so hard to save you, Nate. Come on. When you're lonely, saving people from COVID, don't you want to randomly, unwantedly grab women? Don't we all just want to harass women when we're lonely and saving the world from COVID? Everybody's going to die unless we do it. Now, I know how dumb that sounds, but watch that narrative come out. Watch that narrative, what I just said. Watch that narrative, as silly as it sounds when I say it. Watch them spin it to be like, yeah, you're right. Everybody would grab people when they feel sad like that. Of course they would. Those women should have been glad to be grabbed by him. He saved their life. They might have died of COVID. What's worse, getting your butt grabbed or dying of COVID? Watch that come out. I know some of you think I'm joking. No. So the voice of the Islander fan says, thank you, Mr. Sharp, for continuing to say what so many others people seem to be afraid of saying. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Yes, absolutely. Matt says, it's funny. 2 minutes ago, my Facebook feed was filled up with this story, and now it's a ghost town. Is Facebook on his side? Are we getting canceled? Do I gotta worry? Maybe. Guys, and do me a favor. Follow me on Facebook and YouTube, The Sharp Way, A Free Solution, and Larry Sharp. That would help. All righty. I have more businesses, retaliation, politics, plus your calls and your comments. 585-346-3000. A Free Solution. Back after the break.
And if there is a move to deport immigrants, I say then start with me.
Why do businesses choose to move their website from Wix and Squarespace to SimpleTech Innovations? Maybe it's their excellent customer service or attention to detail. Maybe it's their ability to give a truly customized solution. Or perhaps they just like the fact that SimpleTech is a local small business that builds great relationships with its clients. Whatever the reason may be, you can rest assured knowing that the local team at SimpleTech has your best interest in mind when building or updating your website. They're hands-on and love helping customers achieve their goals. But don't take my word for it. They've won the best in Rochester 8 years in a row and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. If your website doesn't match your dreams or isn't achieving your goals, give the professionals at SimpleTech Innovations a call today for a consultation at 585-200-3182. That's 585-200-3182. SimpleTech Innovations.
Hi, my name is Ryan Bourne.
And I'm Danica Bourne.
And we're the owners of South Coast Tax. We would like to thank our Lord for protecting us from evil. Psalm 91 states, He is my refuge and my fortress, for He will rescue us from every trap and protect us from deadly disease.
South Coast Tax are Christian-based tax accountants and attorneys who specialize in releasing bank levies, wage garnishments, and filing complex tax returns. We are the leaders in acceptance of offers and compromise with awesome results.
We are also a small firm who will treat you like family and not just a number.
Call us today at 1-800-TAX-1176 for a free consultation, and we'll take the time to explain all of the programs that you qualify for in order to allow you a fresh start.
In John 8:36, so if the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed. And one way we can achieve that is by being debt-free. So let us help you today. Call us at 1-800-TAX-1176, and together we can help achieve this goal by putting the IRS tax debt behind you for good. Again, that number is 1-800-TAX-1176.
Your business relies on computers and technology to operate. Slow, unreliable networks and servers can cause unplanned downtime and affect your bottom line. The experts at SimpleTech Innovations are here to help. Their preventative maintenance program ensures that your computers and network are kept up to date and monitored for any issues, keeping your business running smoothly. They also help clients achieve HIPAA, PCI, and New York State cybersecurity compliance to keep your network safe and secure. Whatever your business IT needs are, Simple Tech Innovation should be your first call. They've won the best in Rochester 8 years in a row and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Call them today for a free consultation at 585-200-3182. That's 585-200-3182. Simple Tech Innovations.
A free solution.
What are you talking about? You're now going to override. We did it already. That's the law. An orange zone and a red zone. Follow the facts.
I'm still confused.
Well, then you're confused.
I'm confused, and
then I'll tell you what you mean.
Parents are still confused as well. The school.
No, they're not confused. You're confused.
No, I think
read the law.
Confused as well.
Read the law, and you won't be confused.
See, if he would just read the law. Oh wait, yeah, you kind of broke some laws, didn't you, Your Majesty? You broke a couple laws yourself. So maybe somebody else is confused. Maybe. Larry Sharp, host of the Sharpway Show, here on Our Free Solution, WYSL, Rochester, New York, WACK in the cool Newark, New York. I'm so glad you're giving me a small chunk of your afternoon. There are a lot of you chatting and talking about, what's he going to do next? How does he get around this? What does he do? And I've been explaining this. He's making it political. He is making it like he's the only one who can save you. He's going to make it okay to defend him. That's what he's going to try to do. He's going to try to make it okay to defend him. And if he does that well, people will. That's what he'll do. If not, he won't. So Michelle says he will kiss some federal butt and they will decide not to charge. I think that may be true. But Nate brings up another piece. He says, hold on, let me grab, no, Nate, that's wrong one. Wrong one from you, Nate. There we go. Nate says they will only remove him if he's no longer useful to the Democratic Party. I think that's more important, Michelle. I think Nate's right on this one. If the Democratic Party still sees Cuomo as a leader, someone important, money, power, stature, whatever the case may be, if they feel that a Republican might win if he goes down, I mean, that's not going to happen. But if they think that's going to happen, then they might. They might go, you know what? Nope, leave him alone. We need him. They might walk away from him if they don't care. It's possible. But I think Nate's really what matters, right? Do they think he's valuable? To your point, Michelle, he's not going to kiss their butt. He's going to show them that he can still win and push their agenda and raise money, right? All support others in the Democratic Party. If he can do that and show them that, they're going to back him 100%. They won't care about those women. They never did, and they still won't. Dustin says, I don't see him even apologizing. LOL. I think he denies it still. No, I think he apologizes, Dustin. I think you're wrong on this one. He did admit to certain things. I think he does. I think he apologizes. He admits things that are not criminal and then blames everybody else. Everybody else in the world gets blamed and poor him, lonely. Joey says he already got away with murder, literally. Yes, and blamed it on workers. Joey, not just did he get away with it, he blamed it on workers. Now, again, I'm not going to make the people who work at nursing homes saints. They're still human beings. And I'm sure there are some bad ones. I'm sure that exist. But think about the average person who decides to work in a nursing home, what they have to put up with, what they have to do. You got to have a lot of patience. You got to care, all those things. And he blamed them. You heard the clip on the show today. It's because the workers came in. Those are the reason why the people died. So I'm actually doubling down. I'm going further than you went, Joey. You went, he got away with murder. I'm saying, and he blamed workers on top of it. So he's punishing them. Amazing. Michelle says he has a dog. It's actually beautiful. Well, I think I remember seeing that on like Facebook or so. I think you're right. The question becomes, does he take care of the dog, or is it a photo op issue? I hope he has a dog and the dog has a good life. I love dogs. I just worry that he's off harassing people. It takes time to harass people. You can't just do that, Michelle. I mean, you don't know anything about harassing people, clearly. But if you were to go start harassing people and creating a hostile work environment is not 5 minutes. That's work. So to create this hostile environment across the entire state to harass 11 women, does he have time to play catch with his dog? Maybe. I'm just saying. He's also got to save us all from COVID because we're all going to die if he's not there. So he's got to write a book, save us from COVID, grab people's butts, create a hostile environment. Do you really have time for a dog? That's a lot. I mean, he'd have to be an amazing delegator. I mean, but sometimes you can't delegate. Like you can't get someone else to grab somebody's butt. That's kind of got to be you, right? So you can't really have a delegated butt grabber. That's not really going to work. So you got to do it yourself. Now, hostile environment, you could have some lieutenants do that, right? You could kind of outsource that a little bit, delegate a little bit of beratement. You could do that. But the butt grabbing, that's got to be you. So maybe. I'll look into it. How about that? I'll look into it. I will do that. Absolutely. Let me keep going on if I could. Sarah Alfred asks, hi, Larry, if Cuomo was to be removed, does the AG become governor? Won't governor use that as some BS against his removal, even though he appointed the AG to investigate him? Well, that's not 100% accurate. He didn't appoint the AG to investigate him. The AG decided to investigate him, and he asked the AG to investigate, and the AG appointed what she said was a bunch of neutral people. He doubts the neutrality, and he will attack them.
2 minutes.
Second, if he's removed, Kathy Hochul, who was our lieutenant governor, would become governor. So that's happened before. Elliot Spitzer, when he stepped down, Patterson came in and became our governor. He was lieutenant governor. So that's how that works, just so you guys, if you guys are open on that, clear. So yes. So people are asking me, does it change if I will run or not? It doesn't. It doesn't change my mind at all. The question is, do I get enough support to make an actual run? That's all I'm concerned about. If I get support, enough support that I think I can actually make impact, I'll run, regardless of whether Cuomo's in trouble or not. I knew he'd be in trouble. That's not going to change at all. So yes, nothing at all. Joey says, I own a business and he can shove his mask and opinion up his own. Yes, he can, but he's trying, and he may wind up trying to punish you socially. And that's my problem, right? That's my problem, is that he will try to punish you anyway. Mr. Whitfield says, damn it, Larry, stop being right. Yes. And Ed says, it will lead more people to move outside of New York. Can we get any more to leave, Ed? We can't go faster.
1 minute.
There's not enough U-Haul trucks. I'm not sure we can go any faster. I'm not sure we can. Right? That's an issue. So anyway, Robert says, they threw Spitzer out of prostitution, but grabbing women for free is okay. See, if he'd have paid for it, then he'd got in trouble. And the funny thing is, people were mad at Spitzer. Spitzer was lonely, Robert, to your point. And he went and paid a woman who was okay with it. She consented to it, right? He didn't use a power dynamic like that. He paid her and she agreed. Cuomo didn't do that. Terrible. Thank you so much for giving me a chunk of your afternoon, guys. I will see you all next week.